Yeah, so I mean, my name is Mike, and I'm with Fresh Castle. I got Robert as well with me. Uh, we are a cleaning service here in San Antonio. I've been in business since 2011, so we've been rocking it since then. My main focus to come here is to give you guys insight as far as what we do and how we can be of a value to your business. Making sure to be an extension of the service from Ae Realty. So making sure that we leave places satisfactory, pleasant. Right now at this time, there's a lot of volatility in the market as far as, you know, pricing, interest rates, and things like that. The last thing you need going against you is the way the home looks, the condition of the home. You want to get people in there to be impressed, to say, hey, these guys take value in what they do. Itemized as far as what we go in to make sure that it's ready and taken care of on a home. So presentation's big. I mean, if you guys go take a look at a car lot, you're gonna wanna see it nice and clean on the showroom floor. The difference between getting, I think, you know, a professional service in versus maybe not as professional and detailed can make a big difference. Being whether we're out there making sure that we're gonna be at the site, we set an appointment, I make sure that we're taking care of that. You know, so you're going to get appointments as far as knowing when the crew's on the way. When we do, we always want to make sure to get pre-approval on pricing and service. What are we doing? Every property may have a little bit different needs. We might just say, hey, the homeowner, he just needs a quick touch-up. We need to make it presentable, ready to go. Or this one needs a lot of TLC. We need a top-to-bottom detail on the home. I always like to give my professional opinion as far as how condition of the home looks, what it may need. You know, hey, do we need to get approval as far as wall marks, wall cleaning? Is the house getting painted? Maybe I can save, you know, cost effective as far as services. Maybe it is cost effective to go and clean the walls, clean the doors, the door frames, things like that. So we have an itemized list that we cover. It's pretty much any rental company, the listing that's going to have. So we're going to cover like vents, ceiling fans, light fixtures, all appliances, inside and outside, all cabinetry. Making sure, of course, restrooms shine. Restrooms and kitchen are what the main focal points in the house usually are. You know, so a lot of times if we're on a budget, I do like to say, hey, we're going to focus on kitchens, bathrooms. Can we save some cost effective and be where we don't need everything white glove wiped in the home? Or do we need to make it ready to go to do that? Being in the business for this 12 years now, actually next month, I've realized that most realtors, they get a lot of great incentive to get the house clean. Usually the house sells a lot quicker. Usually, you know, the showings, I mean, they're more presentable. They, like I say, they're an extension of your business, of what you do, and making sure that the house is taken care of. Have you guys, I like to find out what you guys see as far as important things that might be when you have a vendor go in there, whether a cleaning service or not. What are some pushing points that you guys see that might be beneficial, have had issues in the past, things like that?
Smell for sure.
Smell.
The minute you walk in, it really doesn't matter if the home's clean or not. That smell, man, that is it. Some people, the minute they breathe in, the minute they walk in the home, that's the thing that really can turn them off right away.
Definitely.
Well,
Definitely. Smell is a huge important part of it. There could be many reasons why.
yeah.
It could be that
Pets are a big one.
Pets, of course, pets. You'll usually notice that with a lot of the hair or hair from the pets. I mean, we all love pets. I got pets at home too, so it's just part of lifestyle, but it is going to affect things like the smell, carpet, things like that. How long has it been?
Smokers.
Yeah, smokers. So,
you know, cigarette smoke, you know, it lingers, you know.
that can go into the paint in the house. And a lot of times it could be air filters. You know, when was the last time the air filter's been changed out?
Yeah.
You know, so if I'm looking at the home and it smells, a lot of times I'm looking at the air filter. Hey, we should probably change out the air filters. I usually take some Lysol. I'll spray it through the main air duct vent to go through the home, and it spreads out through the home. That helps. Air filters are important. When I spray everything down, if I'm going to top and bottom on a home, it's not only going to look better, it does smell better. I mean, unless it's like extreme like cigarette or other areas, I mean, it does help doors, door frames, wall cleaning, switches and inlets, cabinets. When we're going through everything, I'm not only just wiping, I'm spraying everything down. So it's not only going to look better, it's typically going to smell better as well. If I got a property that does have issues in that way, I do have air filtration systems. They're great. So I got making sure that those are taken care of. If we need to run through, get the air circulating. A lot of times the house can be so dirty. I do take a rainbow unit is what it's called. The air actually circulates through the water and it gets all the dust out of the air. So if I'm cleaning and dusting something and it's flying up in the air and you've been in that dusty room, it helps us to make sure it doesn't land back down. So it helps save me. So that's an investment I've done in the business. You know, so yeah, smell's a big important part of it. You know, the presentation of the home. It's something, it's when the home's not completely clean, it's not easy to see exactly what's dirty, but when the home's like detailed, it's easy to see what's dirty out of there. Like if the baseboards are shining and the switches and inlets and the blinds and the windows are shining and the doors look great, the fan doesn't have hair all over it, you know, it's like, wow, if I see that little spot, it's easy to point out. That's why I have my team do quality checks. I mean, when you get with us, you're gonna time speed. You might have a listing that's needed now. You know, hey, can I get a crew out there? Can I schedule accordingly to get in the schedule? You're going to get professional results. I mean, I like to impress. I'm going to take pictures of my details. I like to send them out that way so you know the condition. I mean, when I'm taking a close-up of the toilet, when I'm taking close-up of your shower, your sinks, main focal points, and then also, of course, generals of the floors of the bedrooms, you can tell the house is clean. Yeah. You know, so I mean, I want to get in there and I want to get the shine on it, show you that. You can see a lot of our content now on social media and things, but that's my thing is that you don't have to always be out at the job to see that. Right. So if I get it done, you're going to know that it's done. I'm going to have Robert call you from my office to make sure everybody's satisfied with that process. So I'm not looking just to earn your business one time. I want to have our relationships can keep going forward. You know, one thing to consider is that there's everybody out there trying to start business, do a business. Cleaning service is one of those things that you can kind of start with very low capital. Yeah. You know, you can get almost anybody to do it, but the reality is you want to be able to have people you can count on. Yeah. You know, so first off, I send out a team, 3 to 5 people on my crew. They're checking each other's work. No matter how detailed and good I think I am at cleaning, I'm always going to miss maybe something. Mm-hmm. And when I'm going out and doing a cleaning in Medina Lake or Live Oak or something, it's not effective for me to have to go back. I'm going to make sure that the property's taken care of, but I want my team checking each other's work. So their job is to check each other as far as a priority, making sure that it's impressive. I should be able to take a video clip. I should be able to go through and show it off and have it to where, man, this looks great. So that's the kind of work we do. My main thing is that, you know, you pay for what you get. A lot of times I am giving my team, I'm making sure they're taken care of, but I am expecting top results. We can be cost effective to make sure to work with a listing. But I do have kind of an average per square footage. So my average is typically about $390 per 1,000 square feet. That's kind of an average for a top to bottom full detail. Now I will say this, if I'm getting, you know, regular business, I do like to hook it up. I want to hook it up anyway because I want to be able to earn your guys' business. But you know, the difference between me and maybe another cleaning crew that was, let's say, 30% cheaper. First off, if a cleaning company is half of my price, I would be a little weary in the fact that, I mean, most of my cost is paying labor out. You know, if I'm paying somebody $8 to go clean, I'm not going to get the same result as I'd like paying somebody more. The whole thing is that yes, you can get quality for cheaper, but it's highly unlikely. It's going to be, your probability is going to be lower on that. I do know that we're worth that, but also as well as you're going to get a lot more out of it. If you can sell a home, probably exponential as far as the money that you would make between maybe the difference, saying, oh, Mike's a little more, but you know, we're supposed to get more money. It's all about business. It's all about making money out of the deal. So, you know, what can we do to get the most money out of it? Well, let's not, you know, be to where we take away from the clean. Let's make sure it's presentable. If there's any things that need to be fixed, pictures, things like that. I think that's a good representation of what we do. Is there anything else that you guys notice that are important aspects or key aspects of having a cleaner out there? Any personal experiences that you guys have that have been important that stood out?
I do notice all the details, like the baseboards. Just that's all right. Like you mentioned, having that like accountability with everyone on your team, because I do notice things like that when we do listings. I know my clients do as well. They look at, I mean, everything. If the house hasn't been cleaned, it only indicates other things might have been, you know, unaddressed with maintaining the property. So yeah, I think it makes a big difference. You know, every little detail, like you mentioned.
Definitely. I mean, if the baseboards don't look awesome, what are the chances that all the drawers are perfect? The drawers, when I'm opening cabinets, those are the easiest things to miss.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this cleaning, and I've been guilty of not checking every drawer. And when I do a walkthrough, it's a little bit embarrassing on my behalf that we missed something. Now, I always have my team there in order if we did miss something, because nobody's perfect.
Right.
But the reality is that I try to prevent that, to have it to where I'm checking work, my team's checking their work. By the time we're showing it off, it's impressive. That's really where it stands. You know, making sure those areas are taken care of. I mean, like I say, it's hard to get those details just as one person. I know how it is to have good cleaners and they're just having an off day and their details not as good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had people on my crew that have been here for over 5-6 years that I can count on them. They're out there, but sometimes level of work will change. And that's why I have standards and processes that don't. I want to make sure that, hey, we're checking each other's work, making sure to be positive mannered, making sure it looks great, you know, things like that. Go ahead.
Sorry, Mike. I believe that our colleague, Lisha, wanted to ask you a question. She's based in the Woodlands.
Okay.
Lisha? I heard her voice when you asked if are there any other questions.
Yeah.
Lisha?
And I'm sorry, I did not even see her right here.
Yes, we have our colleagues from the Woodlands tuning in.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Do you guys do work in Houston as well?
In Houston, not as of right now. Doesn't mean that we won't go out for
Right.
a little. We've been out to Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Y'all do commercial as well?
we do.
How'd you get into business?
I
Or
got.
what made you decide to do cleaning of you know, what made you choose this industry?
So I've had a background in sales. So I've been a telemarketer. I've been a car sales guy. I've been a medical sales rep. I've been a server. You know, so I've been all these things, and you know, and I used to have, you know, my background as I grew up, cleaning was important. You know, so you know, my grandfather was background military, World War II. My mom used to do cleaning. It was just kind of instilled in me. So my aunt would give me a little broom and I would be interested. And I was like, I want to get into business. I want to do this. So I've gone through the learning processes of cleaning. Now I'm becoming the businessman that I want to be as far as for my business to learn. And I figured that I've gone through hard times. It's tough, but the reality is I do feel it is more economic resistant. I mean, the fact is everybody's going to need cleaning. So people are always moving. So I wanted to be able to instill the best business skills that I could as far as in this business. So I really focused on quality. I'll be completely honest. I mean, I did sales jobs, but I didn't learn how to be an entrepreneur till years after cleaning. So I was going out and cleaning. I wasn't marketing the way I should, been struggling. Now I'm like, we need to get it out there because I do know that I hold a certain standard that should be out there to represent. I want Fresh Castle to represent as far as a standard. I want to have certifications. I want to be able to have training programs for other cleaners because I do feel that our steps and processes are that secure.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have a quick question. Mike. Sorry, Carl.
Yep.
How did you find out about us? Because Obviously, I took note of your flyers, so very colorful, that were placed in our boxes. I guess it was a couple of weeks ago now. And I asked, our broker assistant here, Cassandra, how they came to be in the office, and she said she wasn't sure. So how did you come to find out about our organization?
So I just driving by.
Nice.
Okay.
Driving by. I mean, great location. There are a few different managements and realty companies in the area.
Yes, quite a few.
Quite a few. So, I just want to go out there and be of assistance to whoever needs me.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Mike, a couple things. We're all out of time, but we appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
We know a lot of other brokers and realtors in the industry. We're gonna give you a shot on some stuff. My experience with cleaning companies is some of them can be not very good. Like I had one gal I used for years, and then she did so well, she sold her company, and the next guy that took it over, I mean, it was night and day. Like, they did not do a very good job at all. And I've tried other companies as well, and they charge similar prices, but some will go out there and literally you'll go into the house, you open up the refrigerator, it won't be clean. I mean, they'll just miss all sorts of stuff, And so I like your energy, I like your intentionality, and so we're definitely gonna give you a shot on some of our stuff. And then plug in, get with Cassandra. We're doing a golf tournament later this year, charity golf tournament. We have a couple other charity efforts going forward. And I think that'd probably be the best way to tap into our network of other brokers and other realtors that can be a great resource for you as well.
That'd be great.
So, we're all about, that charity effort that we're putting together this year is going to be a tremendous effort. We want to give back, and so it's a great opportunity for you to get involved, for you guys to get involved and come in and help out. Are you a golfer? Do you play golf at all?
No, not really, but it doesn't mean I won't go out there and try. I've done a little putt. But...
Golf is the kind of game you can play your whole life and still suck in. Hey, thank you for your time today, man.
I appreciate it, Mr. Bishop.
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
thank
so
you
much
guys.
for
Yeah.
it.
Thank you for coming.